Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. Do you remember this headline? It was March, and the announcement was MoneyGram, a Ripple partner, was going to work with Google Cloud and the Amazon Web Services. Now, if you're like me, I think it left you kind of wondering, well, what exactly is going on here? And then it was on the 2nd of April that MoneyGram had this announcement that they are going to utilize their API-driven platform to enable this digital wallet integration, and it's part of the MoneyGram digital transformation. I think, again, it's like, why aren't we seeing more RippleNet technology announcements with MoneyGram? And I think especially when we heard from the CEO of MoneyGram that there was a very quiet quarter between Ripple and MoneyGram. And then I don't know about you, but when I saw that MoneyGram had seen an 81% increase in the online remittances in April, well, I felt a little bit like there was a big party going on, but I didn't get invited. And the announcements have just not slowed at all. On May 14th, Kick Global announced that they are partnering with MoneyGram, and it is part of that new expansion where they're going to use the API-driven platform to provide access to their global distribution network. And so, yeah, it doesn't stop there. MoneyGram then did a P2P tie-up with the federal bank on May 15th. And now we have a new announcement on May 19th that MoneyGram partners with the Korean fintech E9 Pay. And yet again, they're going to utilize this API-driven infrastructure to enable a quick and seamless integration. So I got to thinking, there's more to this, I'm sure. So when I went digging around on some of the jobs that Ripple has posted right now, you can see that they're looking for a staff software engineer. And that engineer needs to have some deep experience with, look at here, cloud services, including the Google Cloud and the Amazon Web Services. And if you were like me, you probably didn't pay too much attention to this article that came out on the Ripple website, Reading Secrets in the Clouds. It was published on the 7th of May. And I went back and I took another look at this because managing one cloud infrastructure isn't easy, according to this writer at Ripple. And dealing with multiple clouds is even more challenging, coming up with the way to retrieve encrypted secrets from cloud-based security solutions. So using a workflow that involves applications and services in both clouds, the Amazon Web Services and the Google Cloud platform, and doing it all securely, yeah, she writes, it is an immense challenge. But look, Ripple figured it out. So I really think that we're going to see another stage of integration with Ripple and their partnership that they formed with the Amazon Web Services and the Google Cloud. I think they're all going to be able to be interoperable. And I just have a really good feeling that we're going to see a few more full-faceted announcements with the RippleNet technology and MoneyGram in the future. All right, look, everybody. Look at this. This is Corey Johnson. Everybody knows that he was with Ripple, and then he just kind of, he did what he needed to do, and then he stepped down from that position. Seems like, I don't know, I didn't get the exact dates, but it feels like about a year ago. Well, Corey is now a contributing writer for Forbes, and this is an article that he wrote about a really big deal. This is a deal with Coil, and Coil is XRP powered. So anytime you hear something that's going on with Coil and you're an XRP holder, your ears really got to perk up, because this is all about the use case, and it's all about doing what needs to be done in order to make a significant impact on the supply. So this is a deal with WordPress, and it's an integration deal. WordPress has a 63% market share. So you know that people are using WordPress to make websites and blog sites. And the fact that now Coil, which can stream lots of different crypto or even USD, is going now to be enabled with the WordPress websites. This is really a great announcement. And I want to just play for you something really, really quick. This is back from last summer, and it was at an Amazon Web Services panel. And there's Vanessa Pestrito. She is the Director of Strategic Growth at Spring, which is the platform or the umbrella that Coil falls under. And then there's Tammy Camp. She's in the blue here. She is the CEO of Stronghold. Stronghold actually integrates with Interledger to facilitate those real-time payments in USD. But I like the conversation they had. It's not long. Just have a quick listen to this. You get to hear both of them speak in this section of the video.
So I haven't looked at it recently, thankfully.
The beauty of Interledger also, which this app is built on, is that you can pay in any currency you want. So if someone is, well, today it's Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP, but there are more plugins being built so that you could have more currencies added. So you could even have Stellar at some point. And if Max is Stellar loyal and I am an XRP loyalist, then I will just stream payments in XRP and it will pay out in lumens to him. And if you're a Bitcoin maximalist and holding Ether, there you go. I'll be paying in ETH and you will receive in Bitcoin. And so that's what we're building on and making investments on the infrastructure side as well as on the application side like Coil.
This is what I actually really love about this technology. If you look at traditional payments, there's like about 9 trillion, yes, with a T, daily that moves through traditional rails. And if you look at crypto world, it's 80 billion daily. So 80 billion to 9 trillion, 80 billion in that case is kind of like a rounding error. And that's like 80 billion collectively of all of the, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, the Ripples and Stellars of the world. So what I really like specifically about Interledger, not only does it allow you to have micropayments, but it allows you to connect all those ledgers together so you can actually combine that 80 billion so you even have a chance of competing that $9 trillion a day incumbent, traditional rail incumbent. So basically what it does, it's like Jon Snow and Daenerys, and they are getting everybody together on the blockchain side so they can go fight the White Walkers. And that's what Interledger
is. Yeah, so she's a big fan of the Interledger protocol, and she should be. They are really successfully integrated with that. I think everybody, we're going to jump to some fluff, okay? Yeah, these are the kind of the short list of the Tokyo logos that came down to making the final decision. And I think these two on the far left look awfully familiar because these are the two that were chosen. And the logo, probably, unless you really kind of get deep into Japanese culture and design, maybe it didn't make a lot of sense to you. But what it is based on is a very old traditional pattern from the Edo period called Ichimatsu. And there was a Tokyo artist. He is a web artist from the UK, but he lives here in Tokyo. And unfortunately, because it's really created a big deal here, he changed the logo to what you see here, which is very controversial. And it's really something you're not supposed to do at all, because that logo, in terms of the intellectual property and the design, is really highly protected by the Olympic Committee. So unfortunately, this is causing a lot of problem right now, but it did then remind me that I think sharing a little bit of this very old traditional pattern would be really fun for you to see, because we see a lot of it in Japan, and it comes in all shapes and sizes. This is a very famous Kyoto garden, a moss garden, where that pattern has been reflected. And you can even find it in lots of different lighting and architecture. I think this is really quite beautiful. It's a wall, but it's just really lovely with the Ichimatsu pattern. And so for my coil blog today, I decided to show you nearly 20 of my favorite Ichimatsu designs. And you can see the top one is just spectacular, right? It's the urushi, which is lacquer and gold. And I think you'll find this is real shell. This is going to be real silver. This is makie, a technique done for lacquerware, but it's using the Ichimatsu design. And there's just some of my favorite designs. I'm going to put a link to the coil page on the description of this video, and I really hope you can go and check it out and enjoy it. So yeah, this is this Ichimatsu moyo. It's dates all the way back to the beginning of the 1600s, and it's still a design today that I think it expresses a refined elegance and sophistication of Japan. So there you have it. Please enjoy. Okay, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.